Hello, everybody. Welcome to the online teaching show. This is the 22nd episode, which is crazy. And I'm so happy that you are all here. We got a great show. A few things that are going to happen in this half hour. We're going to talk about morning routines for a few minutes. And I'm excited to share something that I came across recently that I'm so excited about. It's happening in December. It is a live premiere event of a movie all about your morning routine. So I'll get to that in a second. And we're also going to welcome Teacher Kelly Tagg, and we're going to chat about Outschool and the Outschool Summit that is coming up that I'm excited to share with all of you about. I don't know a ton about it, so we're going to bring Kelly on to talk about that and how it can help you if you are an Outschool teacher or thinking about becoming an Outschool teacher. And I'm also going to share some taboo topics that happened to me last week in my classroom. It's never happened to me before. It was really, really strange. So let's get into all of that in just a minute. Okay, awesome. There we go. So I just saw that in my YouTube analytics, I hit the big, 8,000 subscribers. So if you are one of them, thank you so much. I really, it's all because of the community, the online teaching community that, supports my channel and likes the content that I put out. I so appreciate it. It is a huge milestone for me, and I don't take it for granted. I really feel honored and privileged to be able to have a YouTube channel, which is something I never thought I would have. So thank you to all my wonderful subscribers. And if you are catching this live, you probably are one. So thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up every week. We've got a great show, but I wanted to share my screen with you. And I've never done this on StreamYard before, but I think it's fitting because it is Monday morning for many of you. And hello, Kelly. Kelly's here. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Amy. Hello, James. Hello, Anthony. Yeah, got quite a little crew here already in the chat. So thank you. Please say hello. I would love to see who's watching. Because it's Monday, I thought it would be fitting to talk about your morning routine very quickly, because it's something that I am really trying to improve and to work on and to get more of a structured routine in place to just create a better day for myself, to create better productivity. And what this fellow speaks about really spoke to me when I watched his interview on someone's podcast. And I am all signed up to watch his movie. His name is Hal Elrod, and he is the author of the book Miracle Morning. So this is only 2 minutes. I hope you enjoy it. And we will just chat about it after I share the screen here. And let's see if we can do this without interruption. So this is the premiere it's a world premiere, premiering in December, and it's called the Miracle Morning movie. So enjoy. Let's see if I can do this without, let me know if you can hear the sound.
It's easy to blame other people, outside forces, but when we allow our
let me know if you can hear the sound.
Dictate our inner world, we give away our power, we lose control. And in doing so, we feel stressed and we get depressed and we experience fear and anxiety, and life becomes a struggle.
Most successful people.
Can you guys hear that? I just want to, I haven't done this on StreamYard before. Let me know in the chat. Were you able to hear that? Yes, okay, I hear a yes. All right, let's pop back over to it then. Okay, I got to get better at sharing that with better sound. I'm not sure if you were hearing it from my computer looping back in, or if you were hearing it from the actual sound.
If you're an education provider, you don't need a huge budget. You don't need a lot of.
Thanks for bearing with me through that bit of a mess. But basically, Hal talks about 6 guiding principles to creating a miracle morning. And he talks about how, you know, we tend to, in life, generally wake up for something else, or we wake up every day for someone else. And we rarely wake up for ourselves. And it just has gotten me thinking about, you know, the routines that I have in place, or lack thereof routines that I have in place, and things that I can do to maybe improve those routines and to, you know, create practices every day. And there are 6 practices that he talks about: meditation, reading, journaling, being silent, setting intentions, and all those kinds of things. And it, you know, it can kind of be tweaked to your own belief systems or things like that. But it can start with a simple 6 minutes a day. And I'm so inspired to, you know, start to implement some of those things in my morning routine. It doesn't have to take a long time, but he does, you know, start you small and start building up to maybe it being like an hour in the morning. And so, yeah, I'm curious if any of you have a morning routine. Have you ever heard of the Miracle Morning before? I had never heard of it. It's a best-selling book, and he has a world premiere movie coming out on December 12th, which is going to be live. So I bought tickets. I think they're around $20 to watch it, but it should be a really, really great movie to watch, and really inspirational if you're looking for better structure, better routine, and just the benefits to waking up for yourself and putting in, you know, simple practices every day that can help you be more productive and help you to get more done, and to be, you know, intentional in how you show up for people. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you really briefly. We do have, I wanted to talk to you about some 2 little quick stories before I bring Kelly up. Was on the title of my video, and I haven't shared them yet on Instagram or anything, so I wanted to bring them up here for a minute. First one was in a class last week, and if you've got thoughts on how you would deal with this, I would love to hear them. I was talking about travel to a student who, we were doing the travel unit. I think it's level 4 or level 5. And in that unit, I always ask the students, you know, where they have traveled to or where they have been to in the past. And so I said, what countries have you traveled to? So I said, you know, have you traveled to Japan? Have you traveled to Korea? And then I said, have you ever traveled to Taiwan? And of course, you know, if you work or understand the cultural sensitivities to Taiwan's relationship with China, you know that that's a taboo subject, and we shouldn't be bringing up contentious territories like that in our classrooms, for sure. But in this situation, I had already said it, and I had already asked it, and I had used the word country associated with it. Totally an accident, complete mistake. The student looked at me and said, "Teacher, Taiwan is China." And I was a bit taken back because I wasn't even expecting that response. I was just expecting a yes or a no, because Taiwan is a place. But as I watched the playback, I had used the word country in prefacing or asking the question, what country have you been to? So that was a bit alarming to the student and then to me. And I asked the student to explain what Taiwan is, because I just gave them the floor to let me know, because, you know, they were clearly concerned about it. And I didn't think much of it. And then I got a review from the parent, and it was a 5-star review, but the parent had put in the comments, you know, it was a great class. However, the teacher made, I forget the wording that she used, a glaring error in his speech. And I thankfully was quickly corrected. And then I hope the teacher will never make this sort of mistake again. So I wasn't really sure if I should respond to it. I was concerned that VIP Kid would watch that class and something could happen because, you know, from my perspective, it was a complete mistake. But, you know, I'm not really sure why the parent felt the need to comment that in my feedback and let me know, because it wasn't like we were having a political debate about Taiwan. It was just me asking the student where they had traveled to. So I don't know. I have a little bit of time where I could respond back to the parent, but I'm thinking that I may just leave it. And it got me thinking about what do we do in our classes when taboo topics like that come up? Because crazily enough, the day before, I had a student and we were learning about Martin Luther King Jr. And as soon as I brought up the picture of Martin Luther King Jr., he scribbled out the whole entire face of Martin Luther King Jr. And I know that, this has happened to other, teachers of color and to just teachers in general that have been dealing with, characters or people of color in their online classrooms, not just with VIP Kid, but with any company. And so I cleared the screen and gave him the benefit of the doubt because kids scribbled on the screen. And then I went to the next screen and there's a picture of a group of people and he scribbled all of their faces out and said that these people are ugly. And then my response to that was, that isn't a nice thing to say. That's not an acceptable way to talk about people. His English was really good. I think it's level 5 actually. And I cleared the screen again and I said, please don't do that again. So he said, okay. But he had a really hard time talking with me about the idea of equal rights because there was a lot of questions in the lesson about, what Martin Luther King Jr. did for people. And, there are reflective questions where the student has to answer their thoughts on that. And I could tell that he wanted to say things that were not kind, but I was very clear with when he scribbled out those faces, how I felt about that. And I just felt like that was kind of enough to diffuse the situation and not bring about a big discussion because it wasn't really my place, but I felt like it was my place to at least address it with him. And then he booked me for a class tomorrow. So I don't know what's going on, but we'll see. Curious if any of you have any thoughts about both of those two topics. I would love to hear it. Yeah, so Gwen says, I was born in Taiwan. I never mentioned it. Yeah, for sure. And I know not to mention it too. I mean, I've been teaching online with Chinese kids for a long time and topics, but it was, it was a mistake and the parent felt it was a good idea to let me know what a big mistake it was in the feedback. I just kind of hope it dissolves from here and doesn't become a big thing. So let me just check in with you and then we will bring in Kelly and we will talk about the Outschool Summit, which is coming up. I see that Amy said, we read one of those books when I was in real estate. Oh, cool. Stacey says, I write in my gratitude journal every day before I teach and read something inspirational. Yeah, so that's basically the premise of a couple of his practices, Stacey. Really, really good. Yeah, I find it hard. I always have the idea that I'm going to do certain things every morning. And I even tried the Miracle Morning for a couple of days and then I just stopped doing it. But I really want to make it intentional every day to wake up for myself and to invest in myself to set the day up to be a good one. Lee says, never heard of it before. I had a morning routine, but it ran out the window when I had a baby. Yeah, I'm going to work on it though. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's bring up Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, for joining. We're going to talk about the Outschool Summit, and she's going to tell us all about it. So let's see.
Hello.
Kelly.
Hi,
hey, Kelly.
how are you?
Good. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. Stayed home
Nice.
and had a smaller crowd, but hey, we still celebrated.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm jumping around like topic to topic to topic today. I try to cram a lot in half an hour.
Yes. Yeah. Can I comment on what you were just talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
Okay. So I try to tie it back to them because most people can't think of how someone would feel in a situation unless it relates to them. So I say, how would you feel if you didn't have any rights or you couldn't go to that school just because you were Chinese, no other reason? And that usually gets them thinking. I've used that one before.
Yeah, I've never, it's really, really good. I've never faced, like I've heard of it in Facebook groups happening and it just, I lived in China. I know that it's coming from the parents and I didn't want to get angry with him, but I wanted him to know that, that it's not okay to treat people like that. And it just made for a difficult class because I wasn't sure, you don't always, you got to be a quick thinker sometimes in these situations. And it's hard to like the best response sometimes. So you live and learn. And I would, maybe incorporate something like that next time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good one. All right. So Outschool Summit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about you, Kelly. Most people probably know you from the chat or from your channel. But yeah, give us a quick snapshot of your online teaching journey and what you're doing these days.
Okay, good. So my YouTube channel is Teacher Kelly Tag. I'm best known for reading the weekly reports for VIP Kid and GoGo Kid every Tuesday. I've been an online ESL teacher for 2 years. I started at Outschool 6 months ago, and but in Outschool's not new, but newer to how big it is now. So that's a long time for Outschool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of started early on in the wave of a lot of VIP Kid teachers coming over, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Glad I did. I got in when the bookings were hot. Everybody was home, but not all the VIP Kid teachers had gotten in yet. So yes, I got in at a good time. Yeah.
And I remember thinking, I just wish I could get into this Outschool thing. And I still wish I could. Until I'm in Canada, I can't do it. But it's such a great opportunity for teachers. And I've talked about it on my channel before. And, if you're wanting to kind of do something different or build sort of a business around your online teaching, it's a great place to start. And you can start, they've got the students. So that's one of the big problems that a lot of teachers face when they want to branch out. So there's that problem is already solved, but a lot of teachers struggle with creating the lessons and what am I going to teach and those kinds of things. So yeah, I know you are an admin of a couple of Facebook groups for Outschool teachers too, right?
Yes, Outschool Teacher Village, and that's the group where we'll be talking about this summit, and there'll be more information if anyone wants it. Also, Outschool free and discounted classes. For the nice thing about Outschool is you set your own price, so people can discount their classes in there, and they do it for a variety of reasons. Maybe they're new or a new class, or they want to fill the classes, so they discount their classes. So it's a great group if you're a parent, an Outschool parent too. You get discounted classes. So so great. You can see it. I'm on Instagram, and I see a lot of teachers who are Outschool teachers advertising their classes. So there's a lot of opportunity for marketing in that sense, just within the teaching community, isn't it? So it's cool. Yeah. So what would you say right now is your percentage of teaching between the two companies? As far as money making, about the same. So maybe I have about 4 classes a week. I teach on Outschool ongoing classes. Once in a while, I'll have one-time classes. So that doesn't sound like a lot, but there's more prep work that you do outside the classes. So that sounds like nothing if you're a VIP Kid teacher, but it's more work for an Outschool teacher because you are doing all the lessons, but you also make more money per class. So it evens out.
Right. So your earning potential is much higher as well. So cool. Okay. A few people popped into the chat. VIP Kid Dad. Oh, I know you from Instagram. Wim Hof method. That's like he does the Wim Hof. Have you heard of the Wim Hof breathing technique?
No.
It's I've never done it. I won't even begin to try to explain it, but it's like a very deep, maybe you can tell us in the chat more about it, but it's like a very deep breathing technique, and it's really, really intense. So I don't know if I could do that every morning, but and Cindy is here. Yeah, mornings are hard with the kids. Lisa says if you have a permanent address in Canada, which I do not, unfortunately, you can apply. Yeah, but apparently you've got to physically be in one of those countries to apply. Has to do with the background check. I'm sure there's ways around it. I just haven't figured it out. So tell us about the summit, Kelly.
Okay, so I teamed up with 3 other ladies, Paige, Marianne, and Brooke. And we are putting on a summit webinar to answer the most frequently asked questions. These were questions we saw in the Facebook group, especially Outschool Teacher Village, that people kept asking. You know, so Outschool has a referral system, so a lot of people are willing to help you through the hiring process. But we were like, a lot of people need help after the hiring process. So these are questions that people need answered after the hiring process. Like Paige is going to be talking about marketing. I'm going to be talking about making a portfolio of classes that fit together.
Cool.
And Brooke will be talking about, your thumbnails and your videos, your class and your profile videos. And then Marianne's going to be talking about the class types, the one-time, the flex class, the ongoing, the multi-day, which I know you don't work there, Tim, so this might be like speaking
No,
French.
I listen to it all. I know it all. Okay. Even though I feel like it would be an easy transition for me to teach because I really do know a lot. And I mean, I'm not in the system, so I don't know the sort of the minute things, but I do know the kind of idea behind the flexi classes and the, what do they call them, where it's more than just a one-time class, the
a multi-day, and then there's ongoing's like a subscription class type of thing. So
which are probably more popular now because of the school year and stuff, rather than sort of one-off American Doll. What's your class?
It's American Girl Tea Party. Yes.
American Girl Tea Party. I don't know anything about that, but I was like, oh, that's interesting.
that was my most popular class in the summer, and then in September to stop booking. So you're right. It went to the more serious, more academic classes when fall started.
So it sounds like the summit really is covering marketing, like branding and stuff with your kind of designing, which is, how you want to show up on the platform with your thumbnail and things like that, and also creating classes and how all that stuff works. So great for a new Outschool teacher and someone who's wanting to kind of maybe revamp things or help their bookings to pick up a little bit more, would you say?
Yes, exactly. Definitely something in there for everyone. Newer teachers, but also, older teachers who want to improve. And the nice thing with 4 different people, we all have different strengths. So I'm actually looking forward to what the other ladies have to say. I feel like I can learn from them. So we're all bringing our strengths to be able to tell you.
It's a summit. Would you say, like, is it happening on Zoom? Is it a virtual kind of conference workshop?
It is happening on Zoom, but more of like a webinar. So the participants won't be seen on camera, just us, but it'll be through Zoom. Yes.
Okay. And are you using the webinar platform within Zoom?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think you have to pay for that, but I'd be curious to know how it goes because I'm interested in cheaper webinar software.
Okay, actually, Paige is taking care of all of that. I don't know if she's here. She can write that in.
Awesome. Cool. I know that it's something you can pay for, but so awesome. So tell us the details. How much does it cost? When is it? Actually, I've got this. There we go.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got this linked for those that are watching right now or the replay. This is a great price if you want to just come and learn about, the Outschool platform, improving your bookings, getting started, marketing, all that kind of stuff. If it's ever been daunting to you, I think it's $25. But Kelly, you tell us about it.
Yes, $25. It's on December 9th. It's at 10 a.m. Eastern. We've had a lot of people ask, well, I work during the day. Can I come? Yes, you can. For 10 days after the summit's over, we're going to have a recording of it. So you can pay the $25 even if you can't be there live, and you can watch it later. So
wonderful. So the link is in the description. Folks can click on that, and then it is a Calendly link. So what you're going to have to do is it's going to only have one day for you to book here, December the 9th. So you're going to click on that, and then click on 11 p.m. And then I won't go through any further, but you'll confirm that, and then you'll be able to pay at that point, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then they'll get a confirmation and the Zoom link and everything.
Right, and it says
Okay.
11 p.m. because it's Tim's time zone.
Oh, yeah.
Just to let everyone know.
It's not really happening at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
You're not presenting at 11 at night.
Yeah. Not as an ESL teacher, I'm sleeping.
I am too, but I'm so lucky, I guess. I get to teach kind of a weird, the kids' times, the kids in Beijing or in China's time. So
I know.
Anything else, Kelly, about that?
No, just if you want to help learn and help grow your Outschool business, come to our summit. And we plan to do this once a month. So we're open to topic suggestions too. If anyone wants to say, I'd like to learn more about this, about Outschool, or we've talked about doing an ESL one in the future too. So
yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but if anyone has questions, they can shoot an email to somebody, I'm sure, right, through that page.
Yes.
But sounds pretty straightforward. Go and register. It sounds awesome. Do you have folks already registered and a good group of people coming?
Yes, we have, last I heard, about 35 people so far. So
Wonderful.
There's room for more.
Yes, well, hopefully we can increase that and get more folks to join. So thanks, Kelly.
Thanks for having me. You too.
Yeah, have a good, God, I can't even believe, I don't even want to say Christmas yet. It feels so weird because it's so.
No, not yet. We just had Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. All right. Great. Thanks, Kelly. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Okay, that was awesome. So I crammed a lot into 30 minutes today, but I wanted to bring up those things and share with you about the Miracle Morning movie, which is coming up, and as well as this Outschool Summit, which I think just sounds awesome. So really great deal. If you have any questions, you can email from that link. It's down in the description of the video. And go check it out if you're interested. So thanks for being here, everyone. Hope you have a great week and a great Monday. Monday is wrapping up for me here, so I'm going to wind things down. But always great to hang out and chat. 22nd episode, which is just crazy. I'll see you next week for more content around online teaching. So thanks and see you later.